Everybody, this is Tim hitting the beast of the marching arts. Thanks for listening to the Marching Roundtable podcast. So honored to get to talk to this very important man today, Dan Acheson, the Executive Director of Drum Corps International. Dan, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I know you guys are so busy going 100 miles an hour getting ready for the big 50th anniversary. So thank you for stopping to talk to me today.
Oh, happy to be here.
So we are here. This podcast is one of the things we're doing. We're obviously going to talk to you about the 50th anniversary and some of the plans for that. Very excited about it. I also want to make sure everybody knows that Marching Arts Education is excited to be offering 4 $1,000 scholarships to DCI marchers. Any marcher who's marching in the 2022 season with the DCI Corps is eligible. We're also framing it around students that want to be marching arts educators, because that's what we do at Marching Arts Education. And I got to tell you, Dan, I would be surprised if anybody who's into the marching arts and marching enough to want to be in a DCI Corps, they're probably going to want to go back home and help instruct some corps or help their marching band back home or do some drumline instructing or color guard. They're educators of the future for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anything we can do to support them is awesome.
Absolutely. So you can apply now at marchingartseducation.com/scholarship. After I talk to Dan, I'll explain all about how that works. So just stay tuned after that conversation and I'll explain that. I do want to say thank you to the sponsors of those scholarships, Synced Up Designs, Marching Monk, and LCL Mentors, and of course, Marching Arts Education. So we'll be talking about those as soon as we're done. But Dan, 50 years, I got to tell you, I've been thinking about this. I'm old enough that I was around watching drum corps in the 70s. So it doesn't seem like that long ago to me. Has it really been 50 years since this all started?
Yeah, it's just like anything else in life when we get to this point, right? Where you blink and it's over. It's like, oh my gosh, where did that time go? And right. I had the distinct pleasure to march in the very first DCI World Championships. And I
don't think I knew that. That's
I can't believe that the people that march with me are old, right? So
so wait a minute. So tell us who you marched with and what you did.
I marched with I was 14 years old, so there's my age. I was a marching member of the Queen City Cadets from Cincinnati, Ohio. And if I was eligible to enter into the new sweepstakes we just launched yesterday, I would definitely say the Queen City Cadets are my corps because they were my first corps, right? It's like, it was awesome. Yes, I marched in the Madison Scouts, very proud, 1975, first Midwestern Corps to win the championships. There's some 70s history for you. But hey, I was at the very first one. I was a baritone player.
Wow. I mean, I love that you just shared all of that because we all have our DCI history that we're proud of. And I don't think I knew that you were there the very first year. That is very, very cool. And it makes it, I mean, you seem like the perfect guy to be at the helm right now, like leading us into the 50th year.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be fun. We're going to do everything we can to tell old stories, remember those good times. But, we're also focused on looking forward. Right. And anything we're going to do from a fundraising standpoint to take advantage of this opportunity that it's our 50th is going to be focused on future, focused on building a scholarship pool for core tuition, focused on leaders serving leaders and those types of things and trying to really look after our future while we do what's always fun for us old drum corps guys to tell those stories.
That makes perfect sense. Looking forward and looking back makes perfect sense. Of course, we're going to look back and remember all the 50 years of fantastic performances and competitions and fun and travel and friendships and all the things that come with drum corps. I love that you mentioned that, though, because we've all been through a couple years here, and we all want drum corps to be around for many, many years to come. So I have to tell you, from my point of view, I'm very happy to do whatever we all can to make sure that drum corps and all the individual corps are strong and are going to be around a long time.
Yeah, and that's a key. I mean, much like this particular session here, I'm asked a lot, what are we doing for our 50th? And I think the most important thing is, and it sounds whatever, but we're going to reemerge. We're going to come back to the field. We're going to focus on that first and make sure that the corps are as healthy as they can be, making sure that the participants are as safe as they can be. And there's a lot of work that's going into, oh my gosh, we haven't really done this for a couple of years. Now, yes, we had a great celebration last year. We got out on the road for a couple of weeks. Nothing like the full tour. nothing like the demands on the Corps' operations that a full tour has coming forward. And they're working hard to make sure that those opportunities are available for the performers. And that's the other thing too, is there's a lot of openings, top to bottom in Corps that, participants ought to consider. They ought to consider having a great experience this summer, because I know it's never going to get any better than it was or is going to be for the 50th anniversary for these Corps and for the stage that DCI has the honor of creating.
Yeah, I love that. And of course, we want every Corps to be full. And I know that you guys started that campaign recently about, was it fill every spot, fill every Corps? What was that called?
Right. Yeah. Fill every spot, and yeah, top to bottom. And of course, that drives everything else we do. With that enthusiasm, everything else comes with, we build bigger audiences, we get more people excited about what we do. It's all those things. The other thing that we have going on is in our reemergence is the opportunity to be in the theaters again, the cinemas, with our 2 performances, the tour premiere, which is on June 28th, and then of course, the prelims, top 15 in August. And just had a recent meeting with the folks at Fathom Events, and they're pretty excited about helping us, get the word out again, get people coming back. Moviegoers are going back to the theaters, so that's a good sign. But it's our best way of being able to offer this in such a unique and fun and social way for people to come out and enjoy. And I can rest assured there will be some 50th anniversary content in those 2 programs.
That's very cool. It's so much fun. If you can't be at that first performance, or if you can't be in Indy, this is really the next best thing, because I can tell you, I've had some really fun times in the cinema because everybody around me is excited. We're all cheering, you feel like you're in a crowd at a drum corps show, because you really are.
Yeah, and it really is, from a socialization standpoint, it's the next best thing to being with your friends and just people that love what you love and enjoying those performances. So yeah, if you can't be there live, that is it. But oh man, you got to find a way to get here live, because the Corps are going to be amazing. We all know that, right? It's just, Lord knows what we're going to see. They're going to just be so dynamic and enthusiastic, and oh my gosh, the energy, I can already feel the energy, and they haven't even started yet. But
right, and they've had a lot of time to plan, and they're excited about it. It's interesting, Dan, we had that conversation this fall when we started the Bands of America stuff, and marching band was back, and we were all like, well, how's it going to be? Is everybody going to be sort of limping onto the field, and are the kids going to remember how to march? Guys, everybody was better than ever, and so I feel like you take that times 10 for drum corps, everybody is just ready to go, raring to go. I think they've had a lot of time to plan and think about what their 50th anniversary show is going to be. I think it's going to be epic, and I can't wait to be in Indy to watch it live.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the fun aspects of the Indy event is going to be the Bluecoats Alumni Corps. They're reporting that it's going to be something in excess of 500 people. And I can't even, I'm okay if half that comes, because it's still going to be what an amazing thing with the history that they have and the performers that they've had throughout their 50 years. So what a special performance that's going to be on the Friday night after semifinals, right before we acknowledge the age outs. What a special class to be a part of if you're an age out. The class of 2022, the 50th anniversary class. I just wish I could be here 50 years from now when they're all hanging out, telling old stories, right?
That's true. I hadn't even thought about that, but they'll all be there for the centennial, I guess. Well,
absolutely.
We'll see what we can do, Dan, but I love that. And I think it's going to be really, really exciting. And yeah, who doesn't want to hear, hundreds of brass players hit me with all those Bluecoats favorites? I mean, that is going to be fun.
Absolutely, yes.
Now, you mentioned in passing the sweepstakes.
Yes.
And then we didn't really talk about it. So tell me what that is.
Well, what it is you go on and you connect with online and decide who your favorite corps is, and it goes through the usual sweepstakes things. And yes, we want to know who you are so that we can communicate with you, of course. But we're giving away all kinds of prizes. The complete championship package for 2023 And you can imagine hotel, tickets, it's a big deal, and it's something worth signing up for. And we're looking, obviously we're looking to raise funds, but we're also, it's a sweepstakes, so you can do it for free. You can sign up. So it's an opportunity for us just to reconnect with all those corps that participated at the DCI World Championships over the last 50 years. And we want to hear from everybody.
Yeah, and let's all weigh in, everybody, and I think it's sort of by decades too, right? So like it's divided up a little bit. So, who's your favorite corps from the 80s? Well, I got to think about that,
That's right. That's right. That's hard. That's hard.
There were a lot to choose from. Not only the corps I marched with, of course, which I was probably going to be okay, I'm going to vote from a regiment.
You got to do that. Right.
Okay. But still, I'm not, I think it's really a fun thing. It's look back at our history and be a part of sweepstakes. I love that. So it's exciting. The things you guys have in place for the 50th is fun.
Yeah, and we're going to have finally, we're finally catching up to the 20th century, I think, but we're going to have an app that's going to be interactive for the week of championships. We'll launch it before that, but it'll have all the information that you would want to have in terms of where to go, where to find various fun things to do and so forth. But and then what the corps are playing and all that, of course. Instead of a program book, we've decided to put all of our effort into that so that it's a little bit more interactive and informative as well. And one of the pieces of information that's bound to be on there is going to be the location of the museum, we're calling it, for lack of a better term for today. But we're going to have some old uniforms, thanks to Bill Ives, longtime curator, I guess, of uniforms, right? And we're going to have some other print publication items from Steve Vickers from Drum Corps World, who turned 50 years old this month, next month. He'll be celebrating that for that publication, which in of itself is extraordinary, the work that he's done there. But and there'll be some other items from various corps on display and so forth. We haven't exactly pinpointed the location yet, but it'll be right there, conveniently located for where you are coming to the stadium and so forth. So that'll be a really fun opportunity. And of course, we're bringing back the Sound Sport International Music and Food Festival. While there's still not going to be anyone from outside of the United States and Canada, there will be a lot of ensembles performing in a drumline battle to go with it, and having the fun that we have the day of the event.
I got to tell you, being in Indy that week is just electric. Everywhere you go, there's a drum corps fan, and there's something to do all the time. So I love the idea of this app, so I can sort of make sure I don't miss anything because there's so much happening. So that's really, really fun. And everybody, if you're listening to this, like, you just need to make plans to be there. It's the 50th anniversary. You want to go to this museum, then you want to see all these performances. And I mean, I want to be there when we celebrate this huge milestone.
Yeah, it of course is a huge milestone, but yeah, what'll make it more special is having everyone in the house, right? And just taking it all in and being a part of it. And to see the finals night, 12 corps on the field again and all those things. Yeah, what a way to celebrate the 50th anniversary.
Absolutely. And of course, everybody, if you can't make it to Indy, go to the show that's near you. You can travel a little bit. There's shows all over everywhere all summer. Drum Corps is best live, no doubt about it. You need to be in that stadium and let them just peel that paint right off your face. I mean, and it's so exciting what they have planned. So get to a show, support Drum Corps, write a check to your favorite corps, go, support the DCI. Like, let's make this happen. Let's keep things strong for the future.
Definitely. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Dan. This is great talking to you. Thank you for the hard work you're doing. I don't think everybody knows, how hard you and everybody on the staff there at DCI, the hours you spend. You've been traveling around the country visiting corps, right? I hear that. Yeah.
I went on a little 3-week tour in February and was able to connect face to face with 9 different drum corps, and just trying to make sure that I understand from my perspective and whatever I can do with DCI to support the corps and what they're concerned about. And what they're excited about too, which is equally, of course, as fun on such an excursion. But yeah, we're just trying to really zero in on our strategic planning and trying to make sure that, yes, we're going to celebrate our 50th like it is our 50th, but we're also working towards the future every day here. And we are so blessed to have an incredible DCI staff here working full time. And yes, they are in a really positive scramble to make sure the stage is set for these amazing performers.
That's a great way to put that. Well, Dan, thank you for talking to me, and thank you for all that you do to sort of wrangle all these cores and get everything working and make all this happen. I know you work really hard, and I appreciate all that you do.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, Tim.
Hey, this is Tim. I'm back now to explain all the information about the 4 $1,000 scholarships that are being offered to DCI Marchers in 2022. First, I want to say again, thank you so much to Dan Acheson for talking with us and for all the hard work that he and everybody at DCI does to make this happen. I really hope that you can make it to a show. If you can't, of course, try to get to Indy for the big celebration. So here's what you need to do. If you are interested in applying, first off, you need to be a member of a DCI Corps in 2022. And we also want you to be a marching arts instructor or have an interest in being a marching arts educator. And all that means is that at some point you might want to work with a band, a color guard, a drum line, and sort of help out, or maybe be an instructor, whatever, but be a part of sort of giving back, because that's what we do here at Marching Arts Education. So that's the other part that we ask for, that application part. And of course, I want to say thank you to the sponsors of Synced Up Designs, Marching Monk, and LCL Mentors. And of course, us here at Marching Arts Education are giving the fourth one. So thank you to those sponsors for doing that. There are some special offers from them at the website that you can find. So go to marchingartseducation.com/scholarship, or just go to the main page and there's a graphic right there that you can click on. You can apply between now and March 30th, 2022. It'll ask you for a picture and you have to fill out some questions, and be thoughtful as you fill those out, because there's a scholarship panel that weighs in on round 2, and they're going to read what why do you want to do this? Why do you want to march? What has this meant to you? I want you to be honest and sort of passionate about that, so that we know how important this is to you. I think that will really help influence that panel who's weighing in on who the recipients are of the scholarship. Round 1 of voting here in 2022 starts on March 31st and goes through April 13th. And here's the thing, everybody, this first round is all about the voting. As many people as you can should go to the website at marchingartseducation.com. There's a link right there, the graphic right there on the main page, to take them where they can find the place to vote. Everybody can vote once with each email address. And the first round of voting, we're going to narrow down to the top 20 finalists. That is simply by the number of votes that they get. So get all your friends, your family, certainly the other members of your Corps to vote for you. So that will really help your chances. Once we get that top 20, then we go to round 2. That voting starts on April 18th through April 24th. That voting happens on the website at marchingartseducation.com, and also on Instagram, on our Instagram at Marching Arts Education. And you can have voting there as well. So you can have your friends go to Instagram, they can vote there, and they can also vote that one time per email address at the website. So there's a second chance. Winners will be announced on Monday night, April 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we will be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn Live that night. We'll have links to all those things on our social media and at the website where you can find to watch that, and we'll announce the 4 recipients. These recipients can be from any caption this year. So, it's wide open to anybody who is a member of any Corps this summer. All 20 finalists who make it to round 2, even though only 4 will receive the scholarships, they will all receive a free 1-year membership to Marching Arts Education, and hopefully have access to everything that we're doing, all the podcasts, all the webinars, interviews, and all kinds of stuff. And if you want to find the terms and conditions about all this, apply, vote, all of that's at marchingartseducation.com/scholarship. I really hope that you will take the opportunity to apply. You have nothing to lose. We're very excited to be able to help 4 marchers pay their dues, and we're excited for the season. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, Tim, at marchingroundtable.com. There's lots of information at the website where you can find out about this, where you can apply, and then later during those rounds where everybody can go and vote. Again, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Thanks for supporting us here at the Marching Roundtable and at Marching Arts Education. And again, one more time, thank you to Dan Acheson for talking with me today.
Greetings from DCI. This is Drum Corps International staff wishing Marching Roundtable and Tim Hinton the very, very best on your 1000th episode. We're so grateful for everything that you have done for marching arts all around the world. Keep up the great work. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Marching Arts Education is the home of the Marching Roundtable podcast. We give you access to the top marching arts professionals through live webinars, podcasts, videos, interviews, and online coursework. With over 1,000 podcasts and hundreds of webinars and videos, there are hours of great professional development for you and your staff. Sign up for a membership to Marching Arts Education to get complete access to all webinars, videos, and podcasts, plus discounts on coursework. Many directors are using professional development funds through their school or boosters to make these resources available to their staff. Imagine what you could do with so many great new ideas from the top professionals in our activity. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and sign up for our newsletter to find out about the latest podcasts, webinars, and new content. Find all of this and sign up at marchingartseducation.com.
Hi, I'm Dennis DeLucia. Recently, I had the opportunity to shoot a webinar with my dear friends Steve Rondinero, Tom Blair, Lindsay Vento, and it was for Marching Arts Education, an operation started and run by the great Tim Hinton. And it would be terrific if you all joined, became members of marchingartseducation.com so that they can continue the great work that they have begun to do in behalf of all the marching arts. So please join, check out their website, marchingartseducation.com.